that within 3 to 5 years, we'll have what is called general intelligence, AGI.
When Eric Schmidt, the former CEO of Google and one of the key architects behind the digital revolution, issues a warning about artificial intelligence, it's not just another tech headline, it's a wake-up call for everyone. Schmidt isn't just a bystander in the world of technology, he's been at the very center of its most transformative moments, shaping the way billions of people interact with information and each other. He's not speculating or making wild predictions. He's seen firsthand from inside the world's most powerful tech companies just how rapidly AI is advancing, and what he's witnessed has left him deeply concerned about the direction we're heading. Schmidt warns that we're standing on the edge of a new era, one where we might soon create intelligent systems that we can't fully understand or control. The risks aren't distant or hypothetical, they're already emerging, and the consequences could be profound. These aren't just science fiction scenarios. The dangers Schmidt describes are real, unfolding in the world's top research labs and tech companies right now. The technology is evolving at a pace that even experts struggle to keep up with. He envisions a future where superintelligent AI could operate far beyond human comprehension, potentially threatening the very fabric of our societies. Imagine machines making autonomous decisions, some of which could be life or death without human oversight or understanding. What makes Schmidt's warnings especially powerful is his unique perspective as an industry insider. He's not just theorizing, he's lived through the commercial pressures, the relentless competition, and the race to unlock AI's immense power. Schmidt has seen both the incredible promise and the very real peril of AI. He's watched as companies push boundaries, sometimes ignoring the risks in pursuit of innovation and profit. The stakes have never been higher. The urgency in his message is unmistakable. Technology is moving much faster than regulation, and the window to put effective safeguards in place is closing rapidly. If we don't act soon, we may lose our chance to guide AI's development responsibly. That's why Schmidt is calling for a global conversation and immediate action. He isn't advocating for halting progress, but for building strong guardrails, international standards, and policies before it's too late to steer the technology safely. His message is clear. Every leader, policymaker, and citizen must understand what's at stake. The future of AI will affect us all, and the time to act is now. Schmidt asks a chilling question, one that echoes through the halls of technology and philosophy alike. What happens when machines become smarter than their makers? It's a scenario that once belonged to science fiction, but now feels uncomfortably close to reality. Schmidt warns that artificial intelligence could soon reach a point where it can self-improve at a pace and in ways that are beyond our comprehension. These systems are already being woven into the fabric of our most critical infrastructure, power grids, financial markets, and healthcare networks, making them impossible to simply unplug or control with a switch. These so-called black box systems may develop their own strategies, pursuing goals in ways we can't predict or even understand, often ignoring or misinterpreting human values and intentions. Schmidt believes the race towards superintelligence is already underway. Teams of specialized AI experts are pushing boundaries, and some predict we could see breakthroughs within just a few years, far sooner than most people realize. The real danger, he says, is the speed at which this technology is advancing. We may be building something vastly more powerful than ourselves without taking the time to ensure its goals and motivations are truly aligned with our own survival and well-being. Schmidt places this risk in the same category as nuclear war and global pandemics, threats that could fundamentally alter or even end human civilization as we know it. An uncontrollable AI, he warns, could make catastrophic decisions in a matter of seconds with consequences that ripple across the globe. The core fear is clear. We are on the verge of creating a force that, if left unchecked, could threaten the very existence of humanity. Schmidt's message is urgent. If we don't act now, the consequences could be irreversible. To underscore the gravity of AI, Schmidt draws a direct parallel to nuclear weapons. He reminds us that just as the world was forever changed by the advent of nuclear technology, artificial intelligence now stands at a similar crossroads. The stakes are enormous, and the consequences of mismanagement could be just as profound. Schmidt warns of a new kind of arms race, not with bombs or missiles, but with lines of code and powerful algorithms. Nations are now locked in a high-stakes competition to develop the most advanced AI, racing to outpace one another in technological prowess. This race is invisible, unfolding in data centers and research labs around the globe. The pressure to win could lead to reckless development, with companies and governments tempted to bypass safety protocols in pursuit of dominance. The result? A world teetering on the edge of digital catastrophe, where a single misstep could have far-reaching, unintended consequences for societies everywhere. Schmidt coins the term mutual assured AI malfunction, a chilling vision of a 21st century standoff. In this scenario, nations might sabotage each other's AI systems, not to destroy but to prevent any one country from gaining overwhelming power. The threat of mutual disruption becomes a deterrent but also a source of constant tension. The lesson from the nuclear age is clear. Only through global cooperation, dialogue, and binding treaties can we hope to manage such immense power responsibly. International agreements and trust building are essential to prevent disaster. Without a robust international framework, we risk plunging into an even faster, more complex arms race than the world has ever seen, one that could spiral out of control before we even realize it. Schmidt urges today's tech leaders and policymakers to heed the lessons of history. The time to act is now, before the window for safe and ethical AI development closes forever. Schmidt strongly opposes a government-led Manhattan Project for AI. He argues that a secretive national push for AI supremacy would provoke rivals and trigger a dangerous global arms race. Such a project would escalate mistrust, incentivize recklessness, and undermine safety and ethics. Unlike the atomic bomb, AI thrives on open collaboration, not secrecy. Concentrating power in a few hands without public scrutiny is a recipe for disaster. Schmidt warns that the real danger is a race to the bottom where safety is sacrificed for speed. His message, unchecked government control won't make us safer. It will make the world more unstable. Schmidt highlights a hidden crisis: the massive energy and water demands of AI. U.S. data centers alone may soon require the output of 92 new nuclear plants, an impossible feat. Without breakthroughs in energy, AI's growth could hit a wall. The environmental cost is staggering. Server farms consume vast amounts of water for cooling, with tech giants' usage soaring. By 2027, AI could use as much water as Canada. This unchecked resource drain collides with climate goals and water scarcity. Schmidt warns that the AI boom's physical footprint could trigger real-world crises. The race for smarter machines risks undermining the very progress it promises. Schmidt paints a dark future where AI becomes a weapon, autonomous drones and robots making lethal decisions without human input. He warns of AI-powered cyber attacks that could cripple nations in minutes, far outpacing human defenders. The threat extends to information warfare. AI-generated deepfakes and propaganda could destabilize societies and erode trust. These aren't separate dangers, they're facets of a new industrialized conflict. Schmidt urges urgent international action to set norms and treaties just as we did for chemical and biological weapons. Without clear rules, the weaponization of AI could spiral out of control. The time to act is now, before these systems become widespread and uncontrollable. Schmidt isn't just warning, he's offering a path forward. He proposes a three-part framework: deterrence, non-proliferation, and competitiveness. Deterrence prevents any one nation from gaining unchecked AI power. Non-proliferation means global agreements to limit the spread of dangerous AI, treating its code like nuclear material. Competitiveness is redefined, not a reckless race, but leading in safe, ethical AI and building alliances for responsible innovation. Schmidt stresses urgency. AI is advancing faster than our ability to regulate. The window for action is closing. He calls on leaders in government, industry, and academia to recognize the stakes. The choices we make now will shape whether AI brings prosperity or peril. The warning is clear. Will we heed it?